Hi, my name is Fidencio with the Conejo, Simi, Moorpark Association of Realtors, and today we're talking about the coming soon status. If you're thinking about doing a coming soon, there are some things that you need to consider before you start. In this video, we will cover the features of the coming soon status, the paperwork requirements and processes, what to do if the seller changes their mind, and the violations and their fees. A coming soon status is a non-public status. What that means for you and your seller is that the listing data will not show up on the third-party websites such as Zillow, Redfin, or Realtor.com. The listing will be visible to brokers, agents, and bona fide clients of these brokers and agents. You may enter a coming soon for a maximum of 21 days into the MLS. In fact, the system will not allow you to enter the listing with a start showing date of more than 21 days from the day you enter it into the system as a coming soon. Now let's get into the process. Because a coming soon is a listing only visible to MLS participants and subscribers, and of course their bona fide clients, listing agents must obtain a seller instruction to exclude listing from the multiple listing service and days on market form, aka the SELM, SELM form. Though the listing is going into the MLS, it is going to be excluded from the active and publicly viewable portion of the MLS, and thus we need that form on file. The SELM must be obtained at the same time as the residential listing agreement form, also known as the RLA form. Now, to fill it out, Section 4A of the SELM requires you to enter a begin marketing to the public date. This is the date when your listing will be set as active in the MLS. For example, if you obtain the RLA and the SELM on the 1st of January and you intend on entering the listing into the system the same day for it to be in coming soon status for a week, then you would enter January 7th into Section 4A. Now, you must include a date on your SELM or it will be invalid. This means you may not enter variable terms such as when seller decides, to be determined, after pictures. If you need more time, keep watching and I'll let you know how to extend the time that's needed. And notice that the form says you will not market to the public. And you may be thinking, so what's the point? For the purposes of the MLS and coming soon status, you may market the property in all but two ways: no open houses and no showings. Everything else is allowed. Lastly, on the form, the signature section requires your broker's signature. Your broker must be a member of our board for us to accept that form. After you've obtained the documentation, you must email the SELM and RLA to the MLS at mls@csmaor.com to notify us that you will be entering the property into coming soon status. Now, you do have a timeline. You must deliver the documents within 1 business day of the last seller's signature or the beginning date on the residential listing agreement, whichever is later. That's really it. Now, if you want to set the property as active earlier than the SELM begin marketing to the public date, that is fine by us, and you do not need to file your modification of terms with us. We only need to know if you are intending on keeping it off the market longer. This does not mean you can add 21 more days to the coming soon status. In fact, the system will automatically set your listing into active status on the start showing date. You can't stop it. However, if you haven't set a listing into the MLS, whether active or coming soon status, and your seller needs more time, then you may file a new SELM or a modification of terms with us to extend the exclusion period. Please note that you will need your broker's signature on the SELM or MT, otherwise it will be rejected. Now, for extensions, they must be filed within 1 business day of the begin marketing to the public date on the SELM, Section 4A, and sent to that same email, mls@csmaor.com. If you see a property that is being marketed as coming soon, but it is not in the MLS, that's a Tier 3 reportable offense. If you're found to violate Section 7.9 on exempted listings, you will receive a warning. However, any subsequent violations are fines of $2,500 to $5,000 plus mandatory rules and regulations classes and the required passing tests based on those classes. Violations can include failure to correct the paperwork, entering a listing to coming soon status without the correct paperwork, entering a listing more than 1 business day from the date on Section 4A on the SELM, failure to extend a SELM after the date has expired, and of course, marketing as coming soon without the listing being in the MLS. The last thing we want is to send you a fine, but we will if we have to follow the rules. Again, my name is Fidencio with the Conejo, Simi, Moorpark Association of Realtors. If you have an MLS topic you would like to learn about in video format, let us know at mls@csmaor.com. If you have any further questions, please reach out to the same email or call us at 805-495-4681 and ask for the MLS department. Thanks so much for watching.